Hello, everyone. We are again live. We're just kind of. I was walking by after I did the walkthrough with Monica, and I bumped into Gage, and he we were just talking. Very kind of you, didn't want to interrupt. I've had someone else text me. He's like, "Hey man, I saw you film. Don't want to interrupt." I'm like,
Yeah.
That's the point of going live.
You
want
he
the
was like
interruptions.
there's a famous influencer here. There's a crowd of people following him around.
I'm not influenced anything besides. Anyway, so all right. So we were walking by, and we stopped here. We started chatting with Gage. By the way, Gage, you want to introduce yourself to everyone out there?
Yeah, Gage McCoy. I'm the sales manager for Baker Hughes Emissions Management Solutions.
Emissions management solutions. Emissions are a huge part of, obviously, right now what's going on with the industry. People want to monitor methane, see if there's any methane leaks. Not only is it the ESG strategy of a lot of companies, but it's also kind of getting pushed, I feel like, to the regulation mode. Like, I think it's going to be companies are going to start getting scrutinized a little bit more than they did previously, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's regulation is going to drive a lot of this, and then a lot of third party type certifications. RSG certifications are kind of driving this as well.
Okay, so you flew in from Midland. That's where you're at, right?
Yep.
Okay, so everyone out there, everyone in Midland, West Texas, and all that stuff, please connect with Gage and hear more about kind of what's going on. So there's a lot of different monitoring stuff out there these days, right? There's I was talking to Ryan Keyes with Triple Crown Resource. He hired a plane to fly by and do stuff like that. So tell me about kind of what you're focused on and why y'all chose kind of the emissions monitoring management systems that y'all have done.
So I mean the industry is being inundated with new technologies from satellite, manned aircraft, helicopters, drones, vehicle mounted solutions, and then even continuous monitoring solutions is kind of the hot topic today. What we're offering, we've got a drone solution So
this is the drone solution here.
This is the drone solution. It's a completely automated process.
A 6-bladed drone.
It's a completely automated process where we kind of remove some of the human element out of it and create some consistencies in your inspections. And this is something that's utilized for a quad away type of inspection.
So how often would someone utilize something like this when they're doing methane checks? Is that like a once a day thing? What is that?
So I mean, from a regulatory perspective, semi-annually, some operators are going above and beyond where they're looking at this stuff on maybe a quarterly basis, or maybe they got some large emitters that they want to look at on maybe a monthly basis.
So what else? So talk to me. What is this? So we got 6 blades on this bad boy right here. All right, or girl, because I'm not sure it's boy or girl.
Yeah,
apparently robots are either male or female. I learned that at NASA. Valkyrie is a female robot. You know that walking thing? Yeah, it's a female. Yeah. So this bad boy or girl or whatever it identifies with, it comes with this camera.
This is an optical gas imaging camera.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And so who controls it? Would a Baker?
So we'll have a Baker pilot in the field. We'll actually have to go out into the field. We'll set up the drone, upload an automated flight plan.
How do you do? Is that through like Google Maps? You kind of like.
So before we even get ready to go do an inspection, we'll build a 3D model of the facility.
Okay.
So what that 3D model allows us to do is to identify these potential emission sources prior to any inspection. So we'll actually build an automated flight plan off of that 3D model. And then when the pilot goes out there, he uploads the flight plan, hits go. He watches the drone. It knows where it's going to go. It's got, depending on how many potential emission sources, it might take 5 minutes for an inspection or up to 15 minutes for an inspection.
And so let's talk about so you were obviously, I want to go back to the drone because I love drone technology. I don't know why.
It's fun, right?
I'm not sure if I'm scared of it or I love it, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty neat technology. But you also have another technology you were talking about, the continuous monitoring.
Yeah. So we'll take a group of sensors and place them around a production facility, and we can 24/7 monitor a facility for any potential anomalies from a fugitive emission sources. So
that's continuous.
Continuous, yeah. There's an intuitive platform where a customer can log in, receive alerts. So, say they're identified of a leak, they can respond to it. They can send us out there with a drone. Or they can send their internal team out with an LDAR camera and go do some inspections to really identify exactly where it is. But that continuous monitoring solution does have some localization features where we, it's taken it's taking a concentration reading,
Okay.
and so that concentration reading, we've got some algorithms on the back end that we take local weather data, and we
Whoa.
kind of pinpoint like a right? So we take like an equipment group. We'll say, hey,
That's cool.
that leak is coming from this equipment group, so let's go focus over here.
Okay.
Rather than you going out to a production facility and not really knowing where to go, knowing you have a leak but not knowing where to go look is kind of tough.
So obviously the industry's moving this way. The industry, obviously the methane detection is obviously a hot topic right now, and there seems like there's a lot of technology out there right now that where people can kind of do similar things with similar stuff. So what's been kind of like your not selling point, but what's kind of the benefits of utilizing this drone?
Yeah, I mean, from an operational perspective, there's a safety perspective where you're taking some people out of the field and applying some automation.
Right.
And then I think from that ESG perspective is just it's not a traditional ROI.
Yeah.
In that sense, but it's just the industry doing a whole lot better, doing a better job. Focusing on these. These important things, just the important stuff.
But what's interesting, talking to the guy I mentioned before, Ryan Hughes, he actually turned the methane fixing into like an ROI. It paid for itself, and it paid for itself in like 4 days or something like that. Yeah. It was pretty interesting. So if you manage your emissions correctly, you can actually go to the bottom line. I feel like eventually. So do you fly these things?
No, they won't let me.
No, what?
No, well, I say that. So when I started with Avitas, I was like, I'm gonna go buy a drone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to fly.
It's kind of like being an actor and like getting a part in The Witcher. You want to learn how to ride the horse, right? Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So how long do you think it was till I fell off the horse, crashed the drone?
I would honestly, if I was in your shoe, probably first flight. That's me.
Second flight.
I feel like landing would be a complete nightmare.
Dude, I was at my sister's house and she's got some big old tall trees, and I was going left to right, and I was like, depth perception way off. Yeah. Right? Just smacked right on that tree.
So what do we got to do? What do we got to do to get you flying one of these things? I mean, these things look fun to fly, but yet also important for operations.
Very, very important. No, it's to get me to fly one of these things.
We got to get a petition going. All right, we got to get a petition, get Gage able to fly these things just kind of randomly, just whenever he feels like it. So
maybe we need to have you out in the field. You go fly one.
Okay, so if you're not well, I've never flown one before. I've never flown a drone before, but I'm in. Is it like a VR thing? A VR thing that controls? No,
it's like we got a tablet.
A tablet to do that. Remote. Okay. All right. So are you finding the conversations around this technology kind of, is there a lot of, because obviously when you're adapting new technology, I don't care what it is, our industry, people like doing the things that we've done historically. Mm-hmm. This is obviously new technology, and, not just, there's a lot of, the drones, obviously there might be some mistrust also. So how's kind of the buy-in around this?
So, I mean, we're getting different feedback from operators. I think, to some operators' credit, they've been working on this for longer than, probably just as long as we have. But,
right.
Some operators are diving in head first, and then other operators are kind of in an education phase where they're learning about all the technologies that are coming at them, and they're testing whether it's satellite, continuous monitoring, drone, just seeing what their options are. And I think the industry is just kind of waiting for, some people are waiting for regulation.
Yeah.
Some people are waiting to see what certifications come to the top. So it's just it's an interesting time to be in this methane space.
So what brought you to the emission side of Baker?
Dumb luck.
Dumb luck.
Yeah. So I was working for an operator in the field. So I had my hands on all the equipment. Right?
Okay.
So I used to operate it. I understand the processes, ins and outs. And, I started with Avitas in the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Oh, that's a great time to start a new job.
So who's taking a phone call?
Oh,
what
nobody.
Operators are taking a phone call from a new sales guy? There's
nobody.
So I think my value back to the organization in that time was my operations experience, that background. And just being able to help them understand kind of what's important to the customer, and just that perspective.
It's
So,
good to sit on both sides, so you
Mhm.
understand kind of what's driving the boat on each side. So
Yep.
I dig that. So you have anything else for us?
No, man, I appreciate you stopping by and being so candid and easy to talk
That's
to,
what it's
man.
all about. So
That's what it's
anyway,
about.
everyone, look up Gage McCoy with Baker Hughes. Is it Baker Hughes on
Yeah, absolutely. Baker Hughes,
on-
emissions management.
on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll also tag him too. So look him up if you're out in Midland and all that stuff. You want to talk more about emissions monitoring and methane reduction, all that stuff that goes in the E part of and also the G part too a little bit.
Yeah.
And the S.
And the S, the
And
whole
the
thing.
S. So the whole shebang. Connect with him and kind of talk to him, kind of get his insight and just kind of continue the conversation. But man, thanks for your time. And next time we're gonna be flying this thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do next time.
Right on.
All right, amigo.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Thanks, brother.